So we're going to start with maths, and we're going to start with the shape game. Let's just look at the ones we've done previously. So on here are my 2D shapes, my flat shaped, two-dimensional. What's this shape here with the continuous line, circular continuous line, circle? Similar, but looks stretched, doesn't it? What's this one? Oval. And then our curved and straight line here. What's this one? Semicircle. It's half of a circle, isn't it? Now if we go over to here, I've got my three-dimensional shape, my 3D shape in the middle, and look, they're the same almost next to it, aren't they? You remember what that was called? A sphere. Right, let's see what's in the bag today. Is it 3D or 2D? Okay, so in the bag today, this is a 2D shape. It's two-dimensional, okay, so it's flat. And this time, we can actually count sides for a change. And when you look at this shape, it's all straight sides. There's nothing curved on this shape. And there are 3 sides. What shape has 3 sides? Let's have a look. On your right, a triangle. Okay, a bit dirty, this one from school. Give it a wash in a minute. Now, this one then, this is one way a triangle can look, but there's lots and lots and lots of different ways a triangle can look. So long as your shape has 3 straight sides joined together, your triangle can be all manner of different sizes, and one of the sides can be longer than the others. So let's see if you can find any triangles in your house and ones that are looking different to this regular triangle. All right, so pause the video, go and find some triangles for me. Go. Okay, if you have a look here, from when I last went on holiday, we went to a country called the Czech Republic, and there's a triangle in their flag. And then, funnily, next to it here, look, from the Dawlish Air Show, when that used to happen, if I open this flag up, look, this one from the Red Arrows was printed on our flag, isn't it? The Union flag. And look, there are triangles in our flag. And can you see that shape? That triangle has got shorter and longer lengths to their sides. So that is actually a different looking triangle to the one I showed you in the bag. Okay, I wonder if I can find any other triangles. And then my last triangle I found is actually a pattern on the grommet here, look. Can you spot the triangles? And it's of the bunting. Can you see that? So if you've got some flag bunting, you have lots and lots of triangles. Right, the next mini challenge is see if you can find 5 objects in your house, and then what we're going to do is we're going to see how heavy they are. Okay, so if you want to go and find 5 objects, pause the video, and then when you're ready, come back. And what I want you to do is have a look at your objects first of all, have a think about them, and then feel them in your hand. Feel how heavy you think they are. Do they feel light? Okay, do they feel heavier? Have a feel. And then your first challenge is to try and put them in order from the thing that you think is the lightest to the object that is the heaviest. Okay, so I'm going to try that with mine. So I'm going to start with this juggling ball. It's very soft, and there's that easy, nice and light that is. Let's see, so I've got this really small tea bag here. Oh, even though it's smaller, do you know actually, and it is just a tea bag full of tea leaves, it feels heavier to me than the juggling ball. So I'm going to put the ball and then the tea bag. That surprised me because the tea bag is much smaller. Right, what about the dice? Oh, I think the dice is heavier than the juggling ball. Compare it to the tea bag. Actually, this even falls faster. I'm going to say the tea bag is even heavier than the dice. That does surprise me. Because so far, if you have a look at this, I've chosen bigger objects to be the lighter ones. Oh, I thought all the small objects would be the lightest and all the bigger objects would be the heaviest. Maybe that's not true. Right, I'm just going to test the next two out. So I know they're definitely going to be heavier than the tea bag. So we've got an apple and then a statue for Buddha. Oh, the statue definitely feels heavier to me than the apple. So that's my order. Now, why don't you try and put yours in order and see what you think. Right, now I'm going to see if I'm right by using my digital scales. So I can't use a ruler to find out how heavy something is. I have to weigh them on scales. And if you look on here, it's got a little G, a little G, and that's for grams, because we weigh things in grams, okay? Right, so I thought the juggling ball was the lightest. So let's see how much this is going to weigh. How many grams do you think? Go and have a guess before it sits on top. All right, it's on there. How many grams? 5 grams. Right, I'm just going to write that on a label and put it next to it. Okay, can you see? So I've just put 5 and then a G to mean grams. All right, let's try the dice. How much do you think the dice is going to weigh? Hopefully, it's going to weigh higher than 5, because I think the dice is heavier than the juggling ball. Let's find out. Right, let's put it on. Is it higher than 5 grams? Oh, just. How many grams higher is it? If this is 6 and the other one was 5, it's just 1 more gram, but at least I was right. So I'm going to write 6 grams on the next label. Look, there we go. 6 grams. And look, so it does show, even though that's smaller, it doesn't mean the size of the object tells you how heavy it is. Okay, so I'm hoping the tea bag is higher than 6 grams if I am correct. Do you think I'm going to be correct? Let's see. Oh, the scale's gone off. Hang on. Push them on. Wait for it to go to 0. Right, try again. Please, 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 please. Oh. Well, that actually really surprises me, because it feels so much heavier. And it's only 3 grams. Oh, no. I've had to move its position now, so it's now the lightest object. How much more lighter is it than the juggling ball? The difference between would be 4, 5. That the juggling ball is 2 grams heavier than the tea bag is. Right, on to the apple. Now that's definitely got to be more than 6 grams. And this feels quite heavy. So how many grams? Go and predict before I put it on. How many do you reckon? Let's see. Are you right? Whoa, look. 104 grams. Crikey. That is a lot, isn't it? That's a 3-digit number. Look, 1, 2, 3. 3 numbers I'm going to have to write for 104. Right, there we go. That is a big jump, isn't it? 3, 5, 6 to 104. Now, am I right with the last one? So if the apple's 104, I'm going to make a prediction. Let's have a look. 104. Do you know, I might go for... I'm going to go for 450 grams. I don't know. Let's see. What do you reckon? Let's see. Put it on. Oh, is that all? I'm obviously not very good at weighing, am I? 203 grams. Oh, there we go. I'm going to label that one. And there we go. So, apart from the tea bag, I did get them in the right order. I wonder what you're going to do and how well you'll get on. And just remember, even if it's smaller, it doesn't mean it will be lighter. All right? Okay, good luck. Right, just before we watch the next Numberblocks episode, which has got something to do with 16 again, find your number cards, and then can you just make sure you can order the numbers from 1 up to 16 now. Okay, have a go at that. So pause it, then come back. And I've done mine. If I go back a bit. Right, so are we ready? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And can you see I've set them out up to 10, and I've gone on to a new line because all of these here then have the same number of ones. So there's 1 1 in 1, and in the number 11 there's still 1 1 because there's a 10 and 1 1. In the number 2 there are 2 1s, and in the number 12 there's 1 10 and 2 1s again. Okay, so that's why I've done it like that. Right, are you ready? Follow the link below and watch the next episode to do with number 16. I think it's more squares. Did you watch it? Would you like to be in Square Club? Those naughty, terrible 2s as well, aren't they? Naughty. They always pop up every so often. Right, so I'm going to have a go at drawing what the square numbers are. And actually, do you know what? Even though in reception you're learning something that you might need to know in secondary school about a square number. There's numbers that you can arrange into a square, and it's the number times by itself. Now that is really hard maths, so that makes us very, very clever. I'm going to have a go at drawing the square numbers we've seen, and then I'm going to set you a challenge to finish, okay? Right. So on my piece of paper, I'm going to draw the first square number, which turned out to be number 1, because it's 1 along and 1 down. It's the same, and it's 1 across there and 1 across there. So number 1 is a square number. Now the next number that was a square number, can you remember which one it was? It's the first square we really met, wasn't it? It's number 4. Let's do number 4. So I'm going to do a square and a square. It was like the those stampolines. Do you remember we did that with paint and the cubes when we saw them splat into paint, and we tried to make 3 and 4 in lots of different ways. Right, there's my number 4. I've got 4 squares, and it's a square number because look, there's 2 squares that way, 2 squares that way, 2 that way, and 2 that way. And you can make number 4 a square because you can do 2 by 2. So we've got a 1 by 1 square and a 2 by 2 square. 2 lots of 2, 1 lot of 1. So the next square, look, so 1 lot of 1, 2 lots of 2. The next square has to be 3 lots of 3. And what number does that make? 3 lots of 3. What's the next square? Let me draw it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 that way, 3 that way. 3, 3. What number is that going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could have counted in 3s. 3, 6, 9. So we learn 1 is a square number, 4 and 9, because you've got 1 by 1, 2 by 2, and now 3 by 3. 3 lots of 3. The next number, the number that we've looked at this week, is 16. And that was the next square number because it was in rows of... What was it in rows of? Can you remember? Whoops. It was in rows of 4. It was 4 by 4. A 4 by 4 square. One, 2, 3, 4, look. And then 4 down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, I could have gone 4, 8, 12, 16. So they are our square numbers because you've got 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4. Now this is your challenge. going to be a bit of a big number, but what would the next square number be? Now, to work it out, you might need to draw the squares or dots or have some objects like and arrange them like I have. So here, look, I did 1 by 1, then I had to draw 2 that way and 2 that way, 3 that way and 3 that way, 4 that way and 4 that way. So what do you think we would have to draw next? That's your challenge. Good luck, Puffins.